Well, welcome everybody to the Dream Team, and welcome Nick. And how are you?
Hi Marie. Hello everyone. I'm actually one step at a time, but one step at a time this week has actually made me feel better, and
Good.
it's just finding a bit more balance. But there's a couple of things that I'll talk about, but I'll just wait a little while.
Yeah.
But more importantly, is that I am so excited to hear how other people are feeling this week because of what I saw coming and what I've been feeling for such a long time, that it's almost like I get to see it because people are visiting me and I'm magnetizing certain people and they're coming in and I'm getting to see this in real time, the change that's happening. And I'm
Yep.
just and being able to talk about it too. And it really fascinates me because this is the first time I've seen it to this degree. So yeah.
People are definitely waking up. This energy is just shifting something. So,
Exactly.
who we got on? We've got beautiful Gillian on, Kylie's on, we've got Marie on. And yeah, it's interesting to say that because Kylie's just popped over. We're going for an appointment after the show. And Clive, my cat, has just he went crazy. I had to take him outside for a walk. It's been raining here. I had to literally take him outside so he could walk along a footpath and just have a breather. He was getting cabin fever. But since we've done that, he's like a different cat. Like he's just been so gentle, but I feel he was going through a shift the same time that I've been going through this really big shift. So I don't know how everyone else has been feeling, but let us know. Hi, Christine. Let us know what's been going on for you. I mean, for me, I've been getting light body symptoms, which doesn't happen a lot. So I knew it was a big one. And I'm really blessed. A friend and I do these swap healings. And she was, what she told me made so much sense, and because I had a sore back, like a diffuse sore lower back, which I never get. But I knew it was a light body symptom. So I had a massage. She did the healing and then it was gone. And then I've been getting this slight headache over the right side, which again, I never get headaches. And then I did this finger here and it was like, oh my God. And she said to me, my friend, your heart is expanding so much to bring through this blue light frequency. And that is my meridian line to my heart. And it's actually getting better now. And I got told, yes, that will go as well once this is all integrated. So I've actually been getting what I call light body symptoms. I know that they'll go. It's just, okay, there's a message in this. So I don't know how everyone else has been. Let us know in the comments how you've been feeling. Sleeping, oh my gosh, one night I hardly slept at all. And then I had to get up at 4:30 to go to my client anyway. And I was just going, oh, well, and I actually felt okay. But that was the day this happened. So I'm not surprised, So, yeah, so Nick, how have you been feeling? What's been going on?
Well, I was joking about it yesterday, that I sort of felt like a plasma blob, like a jelly bean shape of plasma blob with a big belt tightened around it in the middle. I know it sounds a weird way of describing it, but it's like the belt's loosening now. It's starting to loosen and allow this flow that it's meant to be in. But but I've got to say, this week has been such a change for me internally, aside from the ankle, because I was sent the most beautiful gift in the mail this week by lovely Kylie, who has she's incredibly talented and she produces mala beads, and I know you've got one as well. But she sent me this absolutely gorgeous thing that she made specially for me, along with a bracelet here. The bracelet
holds up a little bit higher, your little mala beads.
Oh,
yeah, beautiful.
And
so what's got in there? Can you tell us?
So we've got
life. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So the strand itself, and there are some pause beads along the way, but the strand itself is made from rose quartz, and we've got white jade as well. So she's done half and half. As soon as I held it in my hand, it literally just melted into my body. It became part of me and started to really soften. And then we've got this beautiful amethyst right here, which is my meditation part. So when I go through the whole 108 and I get to this point, I just sit and reflect on what I've been doing. And then this gorgeous tree of life. But it's like she stepped into my psyche and created something that I could never have done for myself, but she's produced it and it's absolutely beautiful and I love it. So thank you, Kylie. with all my heart. It's opened up my heart,
Yeah.
and it's made me realise that how soft and loving I should be to myself. And she even wrote this beautiful mantra, which is stating just that, which is, I'm open to receiving the love that I freely give. And that is so me. That's so true of where I'm at and what I'm trying to do. So you've shifted something in me, Kylie, and because of that, I know it's gone way out further than I could ever have imagined. And I'm just, I don't know. Like I said, I've been attached, and the beautiful. I've got a mental blank. I've got the rose quartz here, and then on the other side here, I've got the white.
Jade.
No, it's the.
The selenite.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of moments like that lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. And Kylie does have a beautiful business, but she didn't put in any connection to the actual business itself.
At the moment, she's only just doing it because she loves it. And she said to me, Nick gives so much. She said, I feel it'd be really nice to do back to her. And when I saw the photo of you that she sent with you holding that mala, because I hadn't seen it, the light coming through you was astonishing.
Yeah.
So it was beautiful.
Yeah. It's just filled me with love. It really has. And it's made me, I've shifted, absolutely shifted.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful. I feel like quite spoiled, actually, that I get to experience and wear it. But there's something in you, Kylie, that has been passed through the making of this, and I can feel it. And it helps join us together as a group. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So get in touch with Kylie. And, I mean, she just used her intuition.
So she's not doing the business at all yet. It's really just for the love of it. She will in time, but not just yet. So wow. Well, thanks for sharing that, Nick. And Kylie's made me one as well, and they're pretty damn special, I can tell you. So who else have we got on now? We've got I've got Sherry, we've got Kathleen. Hi, gorgeous ones. And so we're talking about the light body symptoms that we've had that through this big shift that's going on. So Kylie actually said something here.
I ended up injuring myself surfing, but I know I needed it to stop and observe. Correct.
And it's seeing the gift in it more so than being the victim of it. And honestly, then the healing and the shifts just happen so much more quickly if we can get into that beautiful emotional wellness place with it. So, and so Kathleen.
Hi, ladies. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, everyone. This explains a lot. Our cats were so weird, funny lately, acting like they have cabin fever. I have been feeling different lately too. Yeah,
absolutely. So, and she's talking about your mala.
No, I love that. Yeah. What does Jess have to say about it? Yes.
Really good question, Jazzy. You're up, baby. Let's have a look and see what Jasper has to say. Okay, so just tuning into this frequency and this what's going on this beautiful realm we call Earth. Oh my gosh. So oh my goodness, my third eye is absolutely itching. He is showing me the toroidal field. He's showing me this toroidal field that is just lifting, opening, expanding. And he said, you ain't seen nothing yet. So I think this is the warm, and I just got all hot. And he said, this is the warm up for what's actually coming through. And it's helping us, he's showing me it's helping us to come up in our vibration so that we can then be open to receive. And don't be surprised if we get these little light body symptoms as we're going through this. So don't panic. Just tune in and just say, I hear you, I feel you, I see you. Thank you. This is part of the shifting. And then I asked my beautiful Yahweh, my God self, well, what is it I need to do to help support this integration of this light body electromagnetic energy that's coming through? And I get told. So, just trust yourself with whatever you get. And sometimes it's weird things like I got told I needed more vitamin C. So I went to get some and they had a special on and it said 1 for $20 or 2 for $20. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. So I asked the person in the shop, I said, this doesn't make any sense to me. And he went, yeah, you get 2 for 20. I said, but you get 1 for 20. He says, yeah, but you get 2 for 20 because it's on the special. I went, thank you very much. So I got my vitamin C, and honestly, within probably 24 hours, this hand, because of what had happened to it, was just starting to feel so much better. So sometimes it's something so simple. So I just added that into my little daily thing that I take to help my physical body to actually be working with this amazing frequency. So that's what's been happening for me. So I'm just, let us know, where are you at, what's going on. So yes, everyone's really loving your beautiful mala. So
It's so gorgeous.
so gorgeous.
So Marie says, most nights I wake up 2:30 to 3:30. I'm wide awake for hours, and in the last 10 days, I've actually slept through 3 nights. Also, random people have talked to me about things they've learned waking up. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and up to what is really happening. Amazing, yeah.
Which is what you were saying, Nick, and it's almost like there's this absolute perceptible shift, and so like you say, it's noticeable. And of course, as we expand more and tap into more of who we truly are, we're going to attract that to us as well. It's that really simple law of attraction, which is universal.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. There's so much that I can say around all of this at the moment, but what I'm getting is that the information is less relevant than the feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Gillian says, I have had an interesting week with sore backs and headaches. I've had to make some decisions that were really authentic.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand them, but I do, and I've slept really well. Oh, well done.
Congratulations. It's really tricky. It's interesting, Gillian, because I've had an incident happen and it really triggered me, but I now know why and what it was about. And I was so protected through it. And yet it really brought up this other lifetime on a whole other realm where it was destroyed, and all these beautiful souls. It's almost like I was a gateway for them to survive or to get through. And this incident that happened shook me so much, but it was actually bringing up something so much deeper and so much on a whole different realm that I get it now. But what that did for me, Gillian, is I've had to make these very authentic decisions, it was actually hard. I got the message twice from different people, and now I've actually started to do it, and I've made the decision to do it. So I've already left and finished. Well, I've got 2 more shifts with my client from one company, and I haven't told them yet, but I'm going to be letting go of my other clients. So I know, and it was just like, oh, why didn't I get this sooner? I wasn't meant to. So I'm committed to the end of June, but that will be the end of my clients for now. So yeah, really big, authentic decisions. And at first I was like, oh yeah, but you know what? They'll need me because I was going, Marie, stop. This is about you. This is what I always do. I always overcompensate. And yeah. So it's really good when you can make those authentic decisions. Yeah.
Exactly. And it was just the conversation I had with a neighbour that came up to check on me, who's also had a foot injury, and she's not like mine, but she's been going to physio, and she works at the hospital as well. And we had that exact same thing. She's just shifted from working one job into another job, and she was telling me that she can't just cut herself off from it. That she said there's so many problems within that system, and she just wants to fix them. Anyway, and we talked quite at depth about that. And it was a real awakening for her in terms of where she should fit into all of this. And I think that's what we're learning to do, is we're learning not to have to go through the old patterning of how we try to fix something and we think we're going to make an impact, but we actually don't. It just goes back to what it was if we move on. And so we're learning how to change things in a completely different way, like in a quantum way. And it's like something I fully understand. I'm trying to learn how to express it, though, to people. But simply when you're talking to someone, if you're magnetized towards someone and they want to talk about exactly what you've just said about yourself, Marie, it's almost like things are shifting naturally. We don't even have to try anymore. And that's what I think Jasper's alluding to. We ain't seen nothing yet.
We ain't seen nothing yet. It'll be like in the moment. Oh, got it. Oh, yeah, got it.
Correct.
And it'll be this flow of genuine, authentic way of expressing and knowing. And I mean, to me, that's freedom, right?
Oh, isn't it?
We don't go into the patterning of, oh, yeah, but I have to do this because of this. They'll need it. And no. Which is really hard when I would say that everyone that comes into this Dream Team family, we're all givers, let's face it. So very sometimes tricky for us to just stop and give to ourselves first.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But,
and they're using the word now instead of just using freedom as we know it. But freedom is, you tend to sort of, you've got to get away from something to be free. This is more a romance now, as
oh,
in.
I like that.
Exactly. So it's the same concept, but it comes with a much softer approach, and that I'm really feeling into that, which means we work collaboratively together as we're going through this shift, and there's nothing stopping it now.
Because, you know, it's interesting because, you know, they say we tend to go into a pattern, so whether it's fight, flight, fright or freeze, and I used to go into flights, like I'm out of here, bang, 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 whereas now I sit and I stay and then I go, now it's time. It's such a different response to my old reactions, and it's just so much more peaceful. So, yeah, that's been my learning. So, you know, it's not been easy, but, yeah, got to own our stuff, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. We sure do.
Oh, Sherry, thank you. And it's interesting, Sherry. I'll let you read this and then I'll explain something.
Marie, I can see 3 petals at your third eye. Oh, it's like it's blooming. It's hard to describe.
My friend that did this beautiful, we do these amazing healings, and she's up north, so we just do them like distant healing and then talk about them through. And she just said, Marie, you have this biggest lotus flower deep within it. It's like there's this blue, beautiful energy coming through it. She said it was through the oversoul, connected and expanding. So thank you for the confirmation, Sherry. That's really beautiful.
Nice.
So believe me, this thing, and I've had this headache all through here, through the right side, which has been really been activated through this. So yeah, it's been fascinating. So okay, so what's Gillian had?
Gillian says, I've had big downloads of why people have done what they have done, and understanding. I connect to how I have been dragged in, but there isn't an emotional attachment to it. And then I understand. And that is all. It's not mine. And they can either do better or they can't. Not mine. Oh, that is perfectly explained.
So perfectly said. And Carly and I were talking about that this morning as well, about this. I have no emotional attachment, and this is emotional wellness. And when we can just bless and love them and you know, and not go into that emotional attachment with it and not consume their stuff, wow, that's mastery. So that's beautifully said, Gillian. I agree with Nick. Yes,
and it's like we're embracing the fears now.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to just get rid of them or destroy them or move away from them, but we're actually embracing them now because they're part of us as well. So once again, every time there's a shift occurs, there's a moment of clarity that comes through that we haven't had before because we weren't ready for it. We weren't ready to move to that step, but now we are. And we're doing a fantastic job of it, I've got to say. I can feel that lightness of the energy now around.
Definitely. And it just feels right. It's like, it's not like this, oh, should I, shouldn't I? It just feels right. And it's like, yeah, let that fear go of whatever it was that was stopping you from taking the step that you need to take. And yeah, it's so interesting. I've been really observing myself through it and just going, wow, this is so interesting. Yeah. And it's just having faith, literally having faith and knowing that we're worthwhile, knowing and we're supported. It's man. And once we can get to that point, then everything opens for us, is what I feel. And that's what I feel Jasper was alluding to as well.
Now, Marie, I wanted to share this with you and the group, because sometimes you think, well, not everybody's at that point as well. You know, I understand that we can only experience our journey for what it is, and then observe it throughout the reality of what we see and what we experience. But I had this dream this week, and considering that I'm going through all of this change that's happening, I had a dream, and we were talking about dreams a couple of weeks back, and it was one I had as a child where I had something come in, and it felt like no, I can't let you take me. You know, don't. It was trying to drag. It felt like something was coming out of my body, but then Marie was confirming that it wasn't a bad thing. It was just me getting used to the fact, or making me realise that we can do that. That's making us aware of that separation. Anyway, the other night, out of the blue, it's like sleep paralysis, but I definitely was asleep. And then I thought, I need to wake myself up because it was that same feeling again. Now, I haven't had that since we spoke about having that as a child, weirdly enough. And next to my bed, and so obviously I'm asleep, but next to my bed, on my right side, there were two shadowy tall figures. Didn't necessarily feel that they were bad or good. There was no emotional attachment to it, but I'm just looking at it thinking, well, I'm in bed. And because I was, conscious of what was happening in that dream, and said, I'm in bed. I can't get up and run away quickly because I've got to get my boot on, and they're right there. And then I eventually pushed myself back into my body. It took a lot of effort. And then I looked up, and of course, there was nothing there. But I knew that there was something there. And I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on that? Is that either some more shadow stuff coming up, or is it actually something presenting itself to me in a new way that I haven't been ready to look at yet? Maybe another, am I making connections? Is there a physical connection with something that was there, or was it a shadow concept that was coming up?
Interesting. And I'd love to hear if other people that sort of got something, I know, Carly, you're very intuitive with this as well. Pop up what you're getting for Nick, because I feel this is it's really great learning for us all to have these experiences. Nick, did you get the thought at all to ask them what they wanted or who they were, or you weren't in that?
As soon as I woke up, I did. and that's why I started to think they weren't necessarily there for my shadow work. They were there to greet me.
Yeah. And
now I'm getting goosebumps about it, because I thought, why would I have thought that straight after waking?
So there, you've got your own answer, which I love, which is what this is all about. And it's sometimes just verbalizing so that we can hear it for ourselves and remember.
Yeah.
So, So let's just have a look and see if the cards can give us some sort of confirmation with that. Yeah, the star. So this is I feel this is an aspect of you, as we're all connected anyway, coming through. So look at this, another one. The angel. This is the angel card, which is temperance, which is the patience. It's almost like they've been waiting, or you've had an aspect of you waiting to come in, and it's connecting with it, and it's waiting till you're balanced, and then you can move forward with it. The Chariot. So they're all three major arcanas.
Yeah.
So that to me is your answer. Is exactly what you've got.
Yeah.
So
I just thought it was unsafe.
It can feel unsafe because it's different.
Correct.
Remember my witch dream from when I was a child? It felt so unsafe, but when I faced it, it's me. So I feel it's maybe something around that. And so Kylie is, where are we?
I have had this, Nick. It was a green light, and I had the paralysis that came back, and I felt safe. Yeah.
So it's amazing, isn't it? So so it's part of a message, Kylie says as well.
Definitely. Yeah, it was. And I've almost not wanted to overthink what that message is. I felt that it was more the presence of it being there was something that I was integrating now. And I've also got the feeling, like, as Jasper says, we ain't seen nothing yet. And when I say that, I actually mean we haven't seen it yet.
I love that. That's a really nice interpretation. And Jasper's laughing, going, she got it.
Yeah.
So isn't that interesting? So so Nick, do you feel comfortable enough to maybe drop in and do some contemplating around this?
I do, because I didn't know whether it was something I should just shelve it completely. But now that I'm feeling what I should have just trusted myself was, it's like giving it permission now to open up like flower.
Yeah, and just trust your feeling, and if it doesn't feel like it's right time, or it doesn't feel right, or then just let it go. Exactly. So it's perfect. So
Well, thank you for that.
It's definitely something new coming through, because the Page of Pentacles has come up. So you just do it step by step for yourself. Okay. So which is great, because then that helps to really enhance our faith as well, as we just do it step by step.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, which is beautiful. So Anne Marie is talking about when we were talking about the givers.
Oh, we are givers. which is easy to be taken advantage of. The lesson of standing up and saying no to put myself first is why I moved to this apartment, I believe. I have to be nice but firm multiple times.
Beautiful. Self-empowerment, Marie. It's so important. Our self-love, self-esteem, and it can be so uncomfortable if that's not something we're used to. And it's interesting, I could never say no. I just couldn't say no, and I didn't even realize I couldn't say no. And then something happened to me. It was quite huge, and I went, oh, that's it. I have to learn how to say no and trust. I had all the dreams about it, and I was going, yeah, I know, but I wasn't listening. And so I wrote out 10 ways to say no and practice them in front of the mirror. And I felt like a complete and utter bitch when I said it, but I was not even halfway up to being normal. So it took me a while. And then I think it was yesterday I was with Kylie and I just went, oh, I just found 3 more ways to say no. I'm not going to say them here, but they're pretty good. So don't be afraid to learn how to say no in front of the mirror, just so you can watch yourself. People say no with a big smile on their face. Well, that ain't going to cut it. It's a situation where you've got to say it firmly. So, yeah, that was just me. It took me so long to learn that one. So, yeah. But
I remember writing it on a piece of paper and putting it on something I'd carry with me all the time. So whenever I was carrying something, I'd put it on that piece of paper. So I was constantly looking at it for that very same reason, because I would go, yes, I'll do that. I'll help you with that. And in the end, it became quite easy, because I wasn't saying no from the same intention as what I'd had previously. I was saying no from a point of, no, my body hasn't got the physical energy at the moment to be giving that out.
Yeah.
And then it was okay. It was like, okay, I can. That's not so bad.
I love that. And Maria, when you said that people take advantage of us, because we let them. And I feel I had to own that aspect of it. I had to own that I've said yes. I didn't want to, but I did it. That's me. That's for me to work with. And that was real self-empowerment for me and self-esteem. And that was like how I was brought up. If everyone likes me and I please them, there won't be any conflict. So, that one. And then I started to learn, if I do what's right for me, it always ends up right for the people around me. And I got that confirmation so many times. Like I'd say no to a social situation, or I go, actually, no, that doesn't work for me. And then a day or two later, all the friends at some time would say, oh my God, I'm glad we didn't do that because this happened and it was really perfect. And I went, oh, thank you, I'm getting it. So, we do get our little aha moments from those experiences. So, yeah, so really good. I think we've all gone through that as well, Marie. And still to this day, I have to keep checking in. Oh, and if you don't know, the best one to say is, I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you on that, to give yourself time to sit with it. We don't give ourselves time or space to be able to say what's right for us sometimes. So especially being females, I feel, we're taught, please, 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 everybody. So, yeah.
Or, and it's like bringing it back to the present moment as well, which is, oh my gosh, there's a willy wagtail outside. It's I swear it's doing this amazing dance for me, because
willy wagtail, do you get them in? I don't know if you get them at US and that, but willy wagtails are amazing. They've got tails. They're tiny birds. They're about this big, and they have these long tails. And yeah, they usually do a dance to keep you away from their lair or from their nest. So is it out there doing a dance for you?
It is. And because we've had a death and a birth in our family this past week as well. The death was an older person that lives overseas, and beautiful man. And we got confirmation of that last Friday. And then we had the birth of a grandson on Mark's side. So that was pretty cool. So it's sort of like, it's amazing whenever Willie turns up. It's just that. And also to be in that present moment, which was interesting, because I stopped and I went, no, I'm just going to enjoy that for a minute because it's beautiful. But when we say no in a present moment and not trying to attach it to, but if I say no, are they going to come back to me and ask me again? Just say no and it's done. It's done. You don't even have to answer the question again. That's the pause.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And we don't have to justify our no either. So, sometimes thanks but no thanks covers everything. It's like, I've looked at it, but no thanks. And then therefore people don't tend to maybe keep pushing. So thanks, but no thanks.
And
So,
you can
yeah.
model this for other people that are struggling, because how many times do I hear a day, oh, I agreed to go to this and I don't really want to go. And I'm thinking, well, then don't. Be true to yourself. Just don't.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
That's it,
And you
isn't
can
it?
sort of help guide people that way, just to
You're
give
giving
them.
them permission. It's
Correct.
giving people permission to give themselves permission. So
Yeah.
it's funny how we need that as humans sometimes to really change a pattern.
Yes.
So,
Or they try to explain something to you because they've said, no, I go, no, I don't need an explanation. No is enough.
yeah. So, wow. And now Kylie's just said something again for you, Nick, around what you experienced.
I set an intention for the green light to come back, and it would, every now and then, it would just hover around. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to invite whatever it was back in so I could have a
See how it feels.
Yeah.
Just see how it feels.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. Yeah.
So, Kathleen.
Oh, wow, Nick, I had an experience a few months back, a dream, but they were showing me how I could do something amazing with the light, a few vibrations higher than what we live in now. I woke up and forgot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hang on. Here it is. She keeps going.
What is it?
What it
was. But they were showing me something that is coming for us and how we will be able to heal and walk through walls. Yes. Feeling I got that they were maybe from fairy realm.
Yeah,
That's
beautiful.
So I've been getting this whole walking through walls thing again a lot lately too. I remembered this when I saw the title for today's show. Yeah.
And thanks, Kathleen, for bringing that up. And I'm going to tell you why I put that title up, because I had a dream and it was like a very lucid dream. And I was in this other realm, but there's a few people I knew around, but they had this amazing substance. It was like a cake of soap or something. And they said, well, you can't eat it because it's too powerful. It will bring through all your psychic abilities. And I went, I can do something with this. And it was a very different realm. And I went, you know what? I could turn it into an oil, and then I could put it into like a deodorant roller so that you could just roll it on your skin, just the right amount that you needed. So you don't have to ingest it. So I found these bits and pieces because I didn't have rollers on this realm. And I made up this roller and I was showing them and I said, here you go. You can use it like this. And that was sort of the end of the dream. But that's why I put it up. I went, wow, even though it's something I've learned we've got on Earth, in this realm they didn't have it. And it was so lovely to be able to invent something from, and maybe there's a me that's on that realm that's got the wisdom from here about rollers and oil. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But it just felt so real. And I feel we also, in a way, it was telling me that there's something that I might help to bring through onto this realm that I don't know about yet. So I love it when we can have it open either way. So that was why I put it up. So thank you, Kathleen, for sharing that. And I'm glad it triggered your memory. Good job.
No, yeah. That's great. And when I only just saw the heading last night, and I thought, well, I was hoping that someone would bring something up. So, yeah, I appreciate that you've done that, Kathleen. But I've got to say, because I have a very strong creative gene in me, so basically I bring all my creation in from my dream world. Obviously, I don't always remember it perfectly, but it's like I never stopped and thought, where did this idea come from? Because they say I'm not maybe not have the very original thought or the concept of it, but what I can do is I take someone's idea and thought and I can make it into something. And so it won't be. So I never do a copy of anything. I don't like that. That's the me not liking something to be exactly the same. But it does come from the spark of someone else as well. So I think we're actually, and it gets me to a dream I've had this week though, which is I was once again around people. It was like a conference thing. I'm getting this a lot. So this is obviously what I've been doing at nighttime. And we were on an island and we were discussing something, it felt good, whatever it was. But we were really enjoying our time on the island as well. Like we were playing while we were there, went for a walk. The person who organised this conference had come looking for us because we'd said, there's a big cruise ship out there. There's tons of them. But there's one in particular. If we climb up this mountain, we'll get a better view. And he said, don't go over there. Just don't go near that ship, that particular ship. And I thought, okay. we felt nothing one way or the other. We weren't going to get on the ship. And he said, but I'm going to tell the people back on, the mainland of the business that we've all got the flu really bad and we can't go anywhere. That way we can stay on the island and enjoy ourselves for longer. And I thought, man, that was a convoluted dream.
That really is, isn't it? Well, I think at the moment too, cruise ships and flus, there's a bit of a, collective consciousness story going on. So,
Yes, exactly.
and you're on an island. So we don't need to be attached to any of that. We can just be on our beautiful island and have fun. And to me, a conference is a learning place. So it's learning about that, not going near that aspect, which is
and
really
choosing fun, joy, play over fear.
correct.
It can still happen. It can still be there, but we're not a part of it. So yeah, it was a very funny little thing. But in amongst that other part of that dream was that when I woke up, I thought, damn it, I was enjoying my time on that island.
Well, you could go back there, from our dreams, we can go back. It absolutely can go back there. So I love it though. Yeah, it's like a free ride, isn't it, when it's dream? So, and Gillian's had a dream.
I love this.
I
had a dream that I was reaching through a wall and cooking eggs in a large saucepan in another room.
Talk about going through walls. Exactly. And what eggs? They're the beginning of something new, and you're cooking up something new, Gillian, by the sounds of it, in another whole realm or aspect of you is very much, I don't know, what are you getting, Nick, for this?
Oh, it's alchemical to me, because when you cook something, you're changing the very structure of it. So not only are you changing the structure of the wall so that you can move through it, but you're changing something beyond it. And I feel like because we're all in new territory, we're starting to understand what it feels like to be doing these things. So
absolutely. And it's interesting because the cards that came up, and I feel this is for everybody as well after Gillian's talked about her dream, the Knight of Pentacles, this is bringing us a message in real life. So it's almost like this is a message about what's going to happen, because the Ten of Wands tells me things are nearly finished. There's not much to go before all of this reality will come into play. And then our Empress steps in, which is the absolute master of everything. So it's fascinating, isn't it, how this is being shown to us. It's just fascinating. I love it.
And on that point, when we're talking about, I think it was Kathleen, about the fairy realm being involved as well. The movie that was being released recently, The Magic Faraway Tree, which is an Enid Blyton book. I didn't want to see the movie because I couldn't remember reading the book. So a neighbour said, I've got the book at home. So she brought it over to me. And while I'm doing my foot ankle exercises, it's distracting enough, and I read this children's book. And it's all about that. It's all about creating things just so whimsical, some just, it was so beautiful to read, because it brought back that magic back into our lives that I feel like that we've really lost. And I think that's one of the things that we're really going to be excited about, is the magic that we have within us and what we can do with it. And it's like, just being a child again and going, I want to make that happen and make this do this and have this do that, and which is not normal. None of it's normal in our mundane lives,
Well, exactly. And it's so funny because Enid Blyton was one of my favourite authors when I was a child, and I read every single one of her books. Just was in love with all of the magic and all of the, the collaboration between the secret, like the famous 5, the secret 7 as well, all of those books. I read every single one of them, sometimes twice. So it's interesting though. I'm not sure whether I want to go and see the movie or not. Because it's been so long, it'll be really interesting. Probably would be interesting to actually watch it. But so fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah,
I love it. So, so interesting. Where are we up to? So we'll go back to the no's, because people have actually commented on how it felt to say no.
Julian says, I had a physical breakdown as I pushed through exhaustion because I couldn't say no. I can now, easily, but it was a process. Now it's natural.
Yeah, you know how they say you get the feather, then you get the brick, then you get the semi-trailer. Yeah, it sounds like you got the semi-trailer, Gillian, but well done for getting out from under it. Nice work. And it will, if until we get that, we're just going to keep on getting the physical body will go, no more. So, it's So true. It was so hard.
Yeah, and just on that, if you do get the truck, the semi-trailer, it's okay, because then you actually know for certain that that's what it was. Sometimes if we only react to the feather initially when that was happening, not now so much, but we never really know how far we can push ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we
So
haven't
true.
learned that pendulum swinging out so far in order to bring it back to the center. So it's okay. You know, we can't sort of knock ourselves down with it.
Absolutely. It's so interesting you say that, because again, Kai and I were talking, and it was like sometimes I used to say to God, oh, why did I have this life where it was it was pretty tough, you know, a lot of it. And I said, why didn't I just have like these beautiful hippie parents that we'd say mung beans and lived on a farm? We did anyway, but, you know, didn't have all of the stuff that went on. And God said to me, well, you've been bored stupid, and how could you relate to anyone else unless you'd actually experienced things and healed them and cleared them? And it was in your psyche, because people will come up to me and just open up about things. It's like they feel it in my psyche. I've been there and I've survived. I'm still here. And I went, yeah, you're right. So it's like, okay, give up that idea, Marie. Give up that want, Marie. You would have been bored stupid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I strongly get that about you, Marie, for sure.
Yeah.
So Marie here says, it was hard to say no to those in need. I felt guilty at first. There were so many here in need, but I count two. I'm much better at saying no now. Yeah.
Congratulations, Marie. And it's honestly, it's so important, you know, and it's listening to that inner voice, and it will tell us. It'll be like, don't go there, or yep. And sometimes I would get told, like I had this beautiful American girl that was living up behind me when I was on Tambourine Mountain, and she had two dogs. One of the dogs he was a Roma. He was beautiful. He was an American Staffy. Oh my God. And he decided he fell in love with me, and he just wouldn't leave my house. So I'd try and drive him back, and she'd go, he just sits at the window and waits for you. So I ended up looking after him for quite a while, and he was beautiful. He was naughty and beautiful. Everyone loved him. His name was Bruiser. And honestly, and I was moving, so I said, I can't take him with me. And she was going back to America, so she had to find homes for them. But just God kept saying to me, you go and help that girl. And she had a lot of pain body. So I would drive her to the doctor or down to the chemist, or, you know, do something for her to help her. And I kept picking up on her daughter, and I said, has your daughter passed? And she went, yes, she was in a car accident. I said, why am I seeing two hair colors? It's like she's got white hair, but it's dark. And she showed me a photo of it, and she had that black undercut with the white. And I said, she's coming through. And I said, you know, she said, yeah. And so I helped her a lot. And then one day she said, I'm going to take her ashes. So we took it down to the rocks, and she actually threw them out over the ocean. So we had lunch and everything with it. And then she went back to America, and I got the hit to ring her one day, and I did, and in America. And she said, Marie, I wanted to thank you because you saved my life. She said, I'm going to cry. She said, I wasn't going to stay here. So, and God told me to go to her. And my neighbor was going, you're doing too much for her. And I was going, you don't understand. God's telling me to help this beautiful lady. So it was amazing. So when I'm told to do something, I don't even have the option to say no. It's so different to when it's my choice. So, yeah, I don't know if anyone else has experienced things like that as well in their life, where it's just been, just God just says, do it. And it feels easy to do it. So, yeah.
And I feel for you, Marie, that was that divine intervention as well, is that the reason we're going through this process now of learning to say no, learning to come into who we truly are, just find out who you are. Just do you first before you start trying to help everybody. Because once we do us, there's a divinity that will come in that will guide us perfectly, just like it did for you that day. And it was just so be easy.
And I just knew I had to do this. And it felt so right. It wasn't even an ego thing. It was like, okay, now you got to do this with her. Now it was just there. And so, you know, I knew. And yeah, so I'll never forget that. Like I followed that absolute divine, do this, do that. Yeah. So yeah, it was fascinating. So, you know, we can say no. Sometimes we know when we can say no, and sometimes there's not even a question. So
exactly.
Yeah. And like for Kylie, I know.
Oh, this was something I found so hard to do, saying no.
Yeah. And Sherry.
No is a complete sentence. Correct.
Yeah, and Gillian agrees with that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a
And it's good to
universal
remember that,
understanding.
because we can try and justify it so that we don't have that guilt. But if we can clear that before, we just go, oh, no,
Mm,
thanks. No,
mm.
that's it. You're right. It's a complete sentence. I love that.
And I feel
So,
more comfortable when people are honest as
oh,
well.
God,
I can
help
feel
me
their
to
energy straight away because I feel it in my intuition center. And I just like, no, you're not being truthful. So I sort of give them an out opportunity. And I said, well, no is okay as well.
it's fascinating you talk about the intuition center, because way back, I think it was in the 30s or 40s, they found another organ within the body, and it sits like right near what I would call our Chiron center in the gut, near the gut. And it was in all the medical books and everything. And then what happened? They knew what it did. They knew it connected us to like this wisdom as well, like that gut feeling, that real intuition, that knowing. They actually took it out of the medical books. And so when people were having surgery, it would be cut through. And yet before that, they knew not to do that. I only just saw this and I went, oh my goodness, this is making so much sense. So yeah, really fascinating, isn't it? That gut feeling we get, it's actually an organ. And they saw the difference in the actual tissue, everything. Amazing.
Well, I've been noticing the twinges in that more and more lately, this past
Mm.
month especially, and I'll listen. I'll know instantly, right? Oh, if I get that twinge, that's not right. It's not right for whatever reason. And
It's just an unsettled feeling, isn't it?
yeah, and it's so
Yeah.
subtle sometimes. It's just a quick, it's
Yes.
like, okay. And
Yeah.
and I'm listening to it more and more now. And as I do, it seems to grow.
Yeah, exactly. So, and as Kylie said, this is how her mala
This is
started, was her
stuff.
getting that, just
Oh,
do it,
yeah.
just do it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And
And that's why they're imbued with this beautiful energy that you're the conduit for.
divine. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
divine. Absolutely. Yeah. This, and from Marie.
There is a difference when you feel the nudge to do something for someone. I've had that and it was really needed. Gives me the chills. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you can't not, honestly. It's just, it just irks you somehow at some deep level if I didn't follow that. And I still get that, okay, to this day. I'll get, this is what you're meant to be doing. And then it's like, now you stop. And it's really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Because we're not like just singled out here. We're all of us together
yeah.
experiencing something, and it's just going to keep going and become more and more interesting. And like you talked about the topic today about inventing something in your dreams, and it's funny because I wrote down in my book. It must have been before our last dream session. I remembered it because it was really simple. It was like I saw so weird. What isn't? What I had to do was I had to put a cookie inside some chamomile, and that would prevent the moths from eating clothes.
Wow.
When I woke up, I thought, is that just the whimsy thing coming in, isn't it? It's like that's the play. I was learning that invention doesn't always have to be on a practical nature. In fact, quite the contrary. So it's like, yes, we can get rid of moths or prevent moths from doing something to our clothing, but why not make it into something more fun? And that's the message I sort of got from that. So perhaps as we reflect on all the things that happening for us, it's like, we're talking so much about the no, but what about the yes to magic? What about the yes to new inventions and new ideas? That's what I'm saying. We are at this crossroad.
Yeah.
And so we're learning that we have to completely rethink everything because we're feeling it now.
Totally. And it just feels so much more natural to go with that flow, doesn't it? Rather than getting in the head and letting it go round and round and round. But it's interesting because Gillian had an experience similar to what you're talking about as well.
A bit heavy. I rang my estranged twin out of the blue. He was close to not being here anymore. He is now thriving and thriving. He helped me in some big things. Oh,
isn't that really beautiful when we go past our ego to, I'm just going to do it. And then something quite incredible can come from that. Our ego and our pride can stop us, but that's when we drop. That's when I always just try and drop into my heart, listen to that voice, okay, I'm doing this. Yeah. So yeah, that's so beautiful.
And
Really
that
beautiful.
gratitude for when these things that are seemingly different in our lives comes in, I'm grateful
Yeah.
for the fact that it's shifting us somehow.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So now beautiful Elisa sent through a dream, and I sort of waited till closer to the end because I know she can sometimes jump on, but I don't think she has today. So let's pop her dream up and have a look. It's a bit
Oh, she's
long.
called it large. She called it. Oh, okay. Large circular dead skin spots appeared overnight. They were hard and flaky and regular skin colour, not bright red or anything like that. I remember telling the doctor I had stopped drinking alcohol, and then they appeared. Oh, was this in the dream?
Yes, this was the dream,
Ooh.
and it was recent. So so yeah, so if anyone is picking up anything for Elisa, let us know. Nick, what did you get? We can break it down and go into like dream analysis. I feel maybe to start with, let's keep it simple and then maybe go a little bit deeper.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, the skin is an organ, and it's a huge organ, and I feel it's something that we don't pay attention to until we get older in life. We start to notice it. Um, so perhaps this is once again, it's a getting of wisdom through the
Yeah,
skin. There's a learning to be had here, and so yeah, I mean, even just let's highlight the basics. The most basic thing we've said from the beginning. Let's look at the colours, um, the objects, maybe how you felt about it. So I'd like to ask if she does come on what she felt about it. But you know, that bright red. I mean, I
it
have
wasn't
some.
bright red. It was
Oh,
normal. It
sorry.
was natural
Okay,
color.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So I was going to say So we're talking about textures here. Hard,
yeah.
flaky. Put that into, and there was a thing called a provocative operation that I used to do with encourage children to do creative writing, which was to take words like hard and flaky and connect them with something quite different. So, and I'd say, imagine if your life was hard and flaky, or imagine if what you were eating was hard and flaky. Imagine what was on your skin and change it up a little bit. And quite often, it opens up our. There's this thing that I'm getting, which is like there's another level that we haven't found out yet, that we have access to. And it's almost like you're meant to experience this in order to see something to change about it. So you can see that it exists. I can't explain it any more than that for you, Elisa, but it's more like when you get something on your skin, all of a sudden becomes irritating and you think, where did that come from? And you don't really know, it's a mystery. That's the part of this dream that I'm intrigued about. There's a mystery to it.
I love that. That's so cool. And I'm going to read out what the skin actually means from the Betty Bethard's book as well.
Mm.
So, skin, covering or environment, a facade you present to the world. Beauty is only skin deep. Look within to spiritual values. Measure of emotions, feelings, as something makes your skin crawl or gives you goosebumps. Point of interchange between inner and outer realities, a bridge. So the fact that you brought the alcohol up, that you'd stop drinking the alcohol, for me, sometimes having some champagne or something actually helps me to drop even a little bit more into the other realms. And so, yeah, so I don't know, maybe I'd love to know why you decided to give up alcohol. No right or wrong with anything. And yeah, what it is you actually felt. Did you feel like you were being deprived a little bit, or did it feel like a relief? Yeah, I'd love to know what your emotional state, because the skin, when something gets under your skin or it's coming through your skin, it's being released or it's being hard and flaky. Yeah, I'd love to know more about how you were feeling with this. So yeah, let's see if anyone else has got some ideas here for Elisa. So, the Kylie.
Kylie says, I feel it's about letting something go. I feel something in your life needs to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and subconsciously it's coming through. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And, maybe it's also a perspective around alcohol. I don't know yet, but releasing something. So, Or it's, what does alcohol do? It helps, to me, it helps just to, emotional, just chill as
Yeah.
well, you know. And so I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting because I actually pulled some cards for you, and it was King of Wands first. So Carly's saying dead skin, like the death card. I don't, yeah, maybe I don't feel so. It didn't come up with that, which was really interesting. So you've got your King of Wands. To me, this is the master of taking action. So maybe there's something you need to take action with to create a more beautiful realm for you to live in. Because the Four of Wands for me is, again, action that's been taken to create this community, this safe place. And then a big fat yes. It's like this mind, this plan. So, yeah, I feel like there's something you need to contemplate with that, Elisa, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, and I actually, with all of these dreams that we're having now, you know that when you've had a dream at a certain time in your life, it can have a different meaning. And then as you evolve,
You're
those
not going to
meanings
believe it.
change.
Sorry, look what just came up. The
Yeah.
death card, what Carly said. So
Yeah.
something is definitely finishing, and then there's the Ace of Wands under it. So thank you, Carly. I just got told to pull another card, and there it was. So yeah, so keep going, Nick, because I love what you're saying here.
Yeah, but you know, actually about that death card, because we know, like, from a
Transition.
purely factual point of view, we know
Yeah.
that when something is scabbed over, for example, it's healing.
Yeah.
So it may not necessarily be just the death of something; it might just be the healing of something as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's coming up to the surface to be released.
Yeah.
So I love it. So I would sit with that one, Elisa, and just contemplate, ask for your beautiful wisdom to come through, drop into your heart and just ask for wisdom to come through. You'll get it. I think this is really personal for you, and it could be, because that Ace of Swords came up, it could be a perspective for you as well about something, you know, that you're letting go of. So yeah, interesting.
And when they use the term skin deep, what does that actually mean? Because it feels, I was just getting skin deep, it's skin deep. What is that? And then, Kylie, you've just said something there as well. It said, she said,
Oh, that's Kathleen.
yeah.
Oh, hang on, here we go. Oh, this is interesting.
I felt it was around family. And I'm wondering if that's tied into the skin deep thing as well. Relationships.
Yeah. Within family. Yeah, absolutely. Kathleen.
I had a thought, like something on your outer layer is dying off. Yeah.
Yes, like that facade aspect that we don't even know we have. I mean, yeah, it's like, and when we see it, we go, oh my God, okay, that's how I used to present. I had no idea. And it's okay. It's like, that's a constant for me. This is that constant checking in and going, oh, I would have done this before. Yeah, interesting. So,
That's
yeah, I love it. So it's a really good dream for us to have a look at. Yeah, Marie said releasing something. So there's something there about people are getting that feeling about a release for you, which is really beautiful. So, yeah. Okay. So thank you for that one, Elisa. And now it's nearly time. So I'm going to pull us a card of our beautiful chakra cards before we go so that we can all have a little play with this. We haven't got time to do a meditation today, but that's okay. I feel it's really good for us. Oh, this one wants to come out. Oh, I was just going to say, I feel it's really good for us to all be able to tap into what's right for us, and the card that comes out is truth. And we've been talking about this all morning, about saying no, what's right for us, getting our beautiful inner small voice, that wisdom to come through. And I want you to look at that card, and whatever it is that stands out for you, whoops, wrong way, let it come through for you. I mean, that fire is just standing out for me on scales, right? So we're purifying something. We're releasing something, exactly what Elisa's dream was about. And the number that's with that is 23, which is a 5, which is change. So truth, integrity, authenticity, all those words were coming up today. And of course, let me just read a little bit about it. So it's throat. To me, it's blue, so it looks like it's probably part of our throat chakra. Where are we? Yep, it is. So the truth, the throat chakra. And it's funny because all the healings that have been happening, there's been a lot going on for people within the throat chakra at a deeper level. You have called through this card into your awareness today as a reminder that the divine truth of the universe is pulsing through you at all times. There is a truth in each moment. However, the challenge is to unravel this truth and understand what it means to you. Everyone has their own perception of the truth, their own personal understanding, and is not always going to be the same as yours. You are being encouraged to connect and become aware of your truth in a particular situation. It is time to trust and believe in yourself and connect. Follow and express the truth that resonates deeply in your heart. You're constantly being guided to listen to the truth of your soul, and now it is time to truly believe and action this truth. Oh my goodness, this is just making so much sense. You could be feeling confused due to taking on someone else's point of view or their personal truth regarding the situation. Now you're being encouraged to reassess their view and find the truth that resonates for you. This is all about our emotional wellness, literally. This is what it's saying so beautifully. As the saying goes, the truth will set you free. Once you share your truth, you will definitely feel a lot lighter and more at peace. You may be holding back the truth from someone to avoid hurting their feelings. It is now time to open up and be honest with yourself first and this person, and find a way to share your truth in a calm and loving way. Know that you are being supported at this time as you shine more truth into your life. And the affirmation is, I live and listen to my truth in each moment. I love that. That is so confirming of what's actually come up today for us all. So, yeah, so sit with that and just remember, look at this, the fire and water, who's put that in there? So, yeah, Marie, it's fire and water. So, and Gillian's had a dream.
I had a dream. Peace is expensive. Truth and integrity is affordable.
I love that. That's beautiful. So, Sherry.
And I got, when I speak my truth, it can be emotional, which is the water, but the emotion is released from the body, the fire burning to ash. Yeah.
That is fabulous. I love that. So, wow. And yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today on our beautiful dream team. And guys, just enjoy your week and just in every moment honor yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
that word truth, imprint it in your
Yes.
mind, in your heart, and just be afraid and do it anyway. Like that's what it's about, really.
And tap into that little intuition thing that's sitting there in your body that's telling you if it's truth or not. It knows. It can't lie. It can't
And we
lie.
don't have to consume someone else's opinion of their truth. We don't. We can say no. Even if we do it quietly, send them love and blessings through spirit.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly. Yeah.
I love you all, and I love you, Nick. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.
And we will see you either tomorrow with Elisa or next week back on the Dream Team.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye everyone.